Association for more than 20 years.
After an overcast morning, it turned out to be a near-perfect spring day for the Caulfield Cup. Once again, the ladies were out and about in their spring outfits, although some at the course were not impressed with the standard of the fashions.
Not very inspiring.
Why do you think the reason for that is?
I don't know. Inhibition, lack of funds.
Well, I was actually a little bit disappointed, thinking that the weather was as nice as it is. I expected people to sort of come out in perhaps more spring-type garments.
Nevertheless, a good crowd turned out, and most seemed content to sip champagne or indulge in a beer or three. Punters bet more than $20 million at today's meeting, with about $3.25 million bet on the Cup itself. The chairman of the VATC, Sir Rupert Clark, raised a few eyebrows during his presentation speech when he spoke angrily about the proposed restrictions on alcohol and tobacco advertising. Sir Rupert said companies like Carlton United Breweries were invaluable to the racing industry, and all fans should voice their opposition to the proposed restrictions. Stephen Quartermain, ABC News.
Now, with the full details of today's racing, here's Greg Miles.
Thank you, Brian. Good evening, everyone. Well, out at Caulfield today, the Cup taken out by Affinity, a very popular win for both jockey and trainer Jim Maloney and Pat Holland. Wonderful win, and he's now firm from 8-1 to 6-1 for the Melbourne Cup. Let's go to the full running of the Caulfield Cup of '84. The light's about to go on. There it is, off and racing. Alibi began well towards the outside with Fountain Court, and Abbott away very smartly with Aldwain. Mapperley Heights dropping in behind them. Over on the inside, and Cabobany taken over the early lead now, a length and a half clear of King Delamere, going up to use the space. Colonial Flag not too far away, and last year's winner Hay settling well on the rails, and Abbott driving across from the outside. Down past the judge the first time. Use of space had moved up to be on terms with Cabobany at the turn out of the straight. A length and a half off third is King Delamere on the inside. Then came Abbott about a length and a quarter further back is Aldwain on the outside of Hay. One away Colonial Flag, beautifully paced, and Alibi is three deep, and they're followed by Beaver Boy, Bounty Hawk, Fountain Court three wide. A length and a half Prolific, a long way back on the inside there off Hussar's Command. 2 lengths to Fox Seal, a half Affinity. 1.5 further back is Mapperley Heights in company with Admiral Lincoln, and Lookaloft is last of all. 1,500 to go. Cabobany a length and a half to Abbott, and 2 lengths to King Delamere off the rails. Use the space defence. A length further back in the field is Aldwain, followed by Hay, and a neck off is Alibi, now 1 off the fence. 1 to Beaver Boy, the inside of Colonial Flag, tracking Alibi. A length and a quarter further back is Bounty Hawk over on the inside of Fountain Court, and then Fox Seal followed by Hussar's Command wide. Gouchy's taken Prolific off the rails, has 3 behind him now, and they're Mapperley Heights Affinity, and Admiral Lincoln, who dropped out to be last with Lookaloft on the inside. They've topped the rise, 1,100 to go along the back of the track. Cabobany, 3/4 to Abbott, a length and a half away in third place in King Delamere going well. They clap the speed on again. 3 lengths then to Aldwain, 1.5 further back. Alibi on the move around the outside of Hay. Then used the space, and there followed Fountain Court, Colonial Flag, Beaver Boy, 1.5 to Bounty Hawk. Hussar's Command putting in a run. Prolific still a long way back in company with Affinity, and there followed by Mapperley Heights, and further back is Admiral Lincoln, and dropping out the last Fox Seal, and second last is Lookaloft. At the 600 metre mark now, and King Delamere had moved up to take the lead with Abbott. They're followed by Aldwain going all right, and Alibi hard ridden to the outside as they swing the corner. Hussar's Command coming into it with a good run, and they're followed further back in the field by Fountain Court as they swing for home, and then Affinity in the straight. King Delamere kicked away 2 to Aldwain into the clear. Alibi under the whip, and they're followed then by Colonial Flag getting through, and down the outside is Affinity. King Delamere in front of Aldwain with 150 to go. Affinity picking them up on the outside. Colonial Flag getting a run, and Bounty Hawk coming through. Affinity out wide's grabbed the lead, and Affinity wins it. Affinity from Bounty Hawk. Third might be Aldwain from Alibi and Mapperley Heights. Then King Delamere followed by Colonial Flag. Next in the field then was Lookaloft from Fox Seal. They're trailed in by Prolific, who never gave a yelp, and then Abbott followed further back Hussar's Command. Affinity will miss next Saturday's Cox Plate. He'll run in the McKinnon Stakes on Saturday week, and a big run by Bounty Hawk, who apparently was checked badly near the 1,600 metre mark. And now to the other races on the program. In the first, the Merson Cooper. How Proud was the odds-on favourite.
On the turn, 450 to go. How Proud the outside of No Parole. They're both going well by 2 lengths to Mighty Duke, then Daytime and Eminency Green, and on the wrong leg in the straight, How Proud the outside, got about a neck in front. Half a length now in front of No Parole, fighting on reasonably well at the 200. 4 lengths to Eminency hitting top gear, but now How Proud dashed to the lead with 100 to go. Opened up a length and a half to No Parole. Eminency finishing very well. How Proud under the hands and heels riding, getting a bit tired, but will win. How Proud by about a half a length to Eminency. Third in the race is No Parole, and then came Lazy Dynamite, who made up some ground.
And that made it 3 starts for 3 wins for How Proud, and Eminency certain to be better for the run. To the second and River Rough favourite.
And then Gleaming Waters hanging very badly as they swing around the turn. Sender Burglar a half to River Rough, and they're followed then by Mr. Magic next as Pin Sun. He's called on for his run, but at the 200-metre mark, River Rough has almost joined Sender Burglar. He's taken the lead now, River Rough. They're followed by Pin Sun under the whip, and then Mr. Magic going to break the fixed flush. But the River Rough totally outclasses and races away to score easily. River Rough wins it by 3 lengths, Sender Burglar, half to Pin Sun, and then came Mr. Magic, followed in by...
Yes, very easy win there to River Rough, and he's right on target for his second Newmarket handicap. So to the third, Change the Tune was the popular one.
Getting off the fence, Presuppose on the rails, and then Change the Tune coming at them. Fork Tongue, 4 wide is joining in and going all right too, and there followed Gay Tulip, and further back in the field then came Alcatrice. Lotka Star pulled to the outside a long way from them. At the 200-metre mark, a line of 3, Fork Tongue on the outside, Change the Tune, and Casey Bell fighting back. 2 lengths to Alcatrice. Fork Tongue's got its head in front. Here's Quiet Conversation and Royal Rabam with a wet sail. Fork Tongue in front. Quiet Conversation lunging, but Fork Tongue, I think Fork Tongue's just lasted to beat Quiet Conversation and Royal Raban third.
Yes, a short half-head win to the Lenny Maund ridden Fork Tongue, getting home at 8-1 in the third. Now the 1,000 guineas.
Running on as they pack prior to the turn, and then Hasty Hermes and Naliska on the turn, 400 to go, and on the inside it's Galena, narrow leader to Sauna going out to tackle it there, followed by Wink at Me. Spirit of Kingston 5 wide, and Rash Dancer getting a run. Sauna at the 200-metre mark, a length and a half to Rash Dancer. Spirit of Kingston's under the weapon there, followed by Wink at Me. Sauna getting tied with 100 to go, a length and a half. Rash Dancer. Spirit of Kingston starting to hit top, and here's Galeen. Galeen is flying home. Sauna grabbed by Galeen, and Galeen's got up to win by a length, Sauna. Spirit of Kingston's run third, and a photo from Trishelle and...
Yes, Galeen the winner at 15-1, and jockey Mel Shoemaker back in the winner's circle in Melbourne for the first time in 15 years. So to race 6, Lacazier favourite.
And Exemplify, well bunched on the bend where Valruna and narrow leader to Major Diamond. Advert on the outside, and then Exit Star getting the run near the inside, and wider out to Astralin. Exit Star got the run to hit the lead at the 200-metre mark. Advert is picking it up on the outside, and then came Keepers. Exit Star in front, Advert getting it, and here's Exemplify with a late run. Advert in front, Exemplify gobbling him up. Will he make it? No! Advert's wanted a short half head to Exemplify. Third either Keepers or Exit Star.
Well, he only just got home, Advert, but he did appreciate the drop in class today and completed a double for Darren Gauci. On to the 7th and Testimony favourite.
From Star Pyramid and Testimony. Waiting for a run just behind them then is Bletch Encore, followed by Spot of Bother and Ready Currency, and then Revere. In the straight, Testimony a neck in front of Star Pyramid, County 3 wide. 2 lengths further back, Spot of Bother. Bletch Encore called on for its run. 200 metres left to go, and Testimony the inside and County together from Star Pyramid, who won't give in, and then Bletch Encore. County first up has taken a slender lead from Testimony near the line, and then Star Pyramid, but County starting to draw away. County goes on and wins by a length and a quarter to Testimony. A nick away, Star Pyramid, then Slick Draw and Ready Currency.
So Pat Hyland rode the daily double today on Affinity, and County, who scored very well first up. And now to the last.
Turn and Saddleback had moved up to take the lead with False Trail. Out wide, Marsh and Son, and battling back as standing orders, and they're followed by Final Child. Legrigia getting into the clear, and out wide Palooka and Fiery Boy. 200 to go, there are many chances. Legrigia's got the run near the inside, and she's hit the front. The New Zealand mares dash through on the inside to take the lead from Saddleback, and here's Jamaica in and Fiery Boy flying. Legrigia in front, Jamaica in, picking her up every stride, and Jamaica in. Jamaica in's just got up to win it from either Fiery Boy, Haley's Hope or Legrigia. 3-way photo for the Miners.
Great finish